Good morning, YouTube. So in this video I've got a viewer's question asking about the ethics, what should or shouldn't be revealed during a platform demonstration or a sit-in. So in that video we'll be covering that. So just before I fly out the door, I'm going fishing today. I've still got one to get, and I'm about to fly out to Geneva. So a very quick video, or trying to keep it quick. This is a huge subject about the ethics of mediumship, what should be said and what shouldn't be said. And so ethics covers a huge area of mediumship. So we're just going to keep it on the bits that should or shouldn't be said. Now the difference is one can be private, so the one-to-one sitting, it can be very private, so it's just me, the client and the loved one during communication. Whereas a platform demonstration, the number is unrestricted. It could be 5, it could be 500, it could be 5,000, dependent on the size of audience that you're doing. Now the problem that we have is that if we start vetting everything that's coming through, we would never get a chance to say anything. So there's elements, you know, there's rules and regulations within the centres and churches, what you can and can't talk about. Rightfully or wrongfully, that's the fact, you know. I don't want to get into a political debate about it. They're just the rules. Whereas in a private sitting, it's unchallenged. It's who knows what's going on within the private one-to-one sitting. So we'll break this down into one-to-ones and the public eye, and we'll see what unfolds. This video is just going to be huge if I go too much into detail. So firstly, we never ever want to be talking about health. We're not allowed to talk about health. We're not doctors, so we can't be prescribing or telling people to do certain things. And I do actually have a little story for you that will highlight the importance of that. I remember I was reading for a lady local to me in my hometown, and she had booked in for a one-to-one sitting. She had heard about me and she just wanted a communication. And I don't do any psychic work, whether it be in one-to-one or a platform demonstration. Everything comes from the communicator and fills the allotted time. And I know not everyone works that way, so that's going to come into it at some point also. But during it, I was aware that the lady had to look after herself. You know, it was one of those things that she wasn't eating correctly, or there was no fitness in her world. It was just she was going through the paces of life and just slowing down, so she wasn't burning calories, etc., etc. And I remember having this feeling of that, a feeling of you need to do more, you need to get yourself looked at and just checked over, you know, one of those things like go to a doctor for an MOT. And I think I must have worded it in that way, or certainly along those lines. You know, any health concerns, don't be coming to people like me. Go book an appointment with your doctor and have peace of mind. Well, anyway, this lady went and booked herself into the doctor, and during this MOT as such, they were concerned about a lump that they had found, and it turned out that it was cancer. They went through a chemo or a radiotherapy, and about a year later she was given the all clear. The cancer had gone. It's a wonderful story in that sense that she survived. I was walking through my town centre about a year later, and it was a very busy day, and I heard this woman screaming with like a joy in some way, and I turned around to look, and she was calling my name in the middle of the local centre. So it was quite busy, and she come running up to me and she gave me a big hug, and she's thanking me, thank you. And I was like, what on earth is this woman doing? I didn't recognise her. I didn't recognise that I'd even read for her. And she starts shouting out, this guy saved my life, he saved my life, he told me I had cancer. And immediately I stopped that. It was absolutely not. There is no way I said that. But it's the way that she's presenting her story. I told her to, like, if she's feeling unwell, then go to the doctor, book an appointment. And she went and booked the appointment, and they found a cancer. But I definitely did not say, you have cancer, go to the doctor. And it just shows you how dangerous that kind of is. It's a little bit of a problem. Luckily for me, I record every sitting I do. The client gets one and I get one on an SD card that's never ever looked at and just put away over a certain period of time. And so we knew that I hadn't said those words, "you have cancer." So ethically, you can't be telling people that. You can't tell them that they're going to die or really bad things are going to happen. You just can't be doing that. Ethically, it's wrong. So bear that in mind on any front, whether it be the public platform or the private one-to-one sittings. Now, on the public level, we need to be careful also, because as that information's coming in, we're just speaking it. And I can only speak from my own experience. I can only speak from the medium that I am. And I don't know what people are doing or what their setups are or what their relationships are with their spirit team. However, if the information comes into my mind, I will speak it. And I've had some where they've been a little bit close to the mark. I do appreciate that. However, it's never been to the embarrassment of the client, or I've never mocked the client, or I've never sort of put all the attention on the client other than the attention of their receiving the communication. And so we need to be mindful that not all mediums out there are solely doing mediumistic work from a mediumistic platform. I've watched many mediums over the years at demonstrations, and I know they're not all in the communication aspect. A lot of it is psychic. In fact, the majority is psychic from the public platform. So you may feel an awkwardness or something's wrong through the psych, and equally I may feel that, but I know that I'm not working in that gear. I'm speaking from the spirit world, therefore I will give off. If I'm ever in doubt, which I train tirelessly every single day, I'm working on my relationship with the spirit world. I know what gear I'm in. I know whether I'm working as a medium or if I have changed that gear and gone into a psychic gear. And I do everything. Anyone that knows me, I do everything to stay out of that psychic gear. I do not want to know. I do not want to know your issues, your problems, your secrets. I just don't want to know, because my own life's busy enough without taking on someone else's. So the moment I feel that gear coming into play, check the markers, get back to the spirit world, and up and running. So I know that I've never said anything that's not right or acceptable from a public platform, centre, church, wherever that will be. But I don't know what it is that the people are doing. Obviously, I'm not the spiritual police in that sense, and I can't check on everyone. So you have to kind of police it yourself. Ethically, are you doing it correctly? Have you gone psychically because you've had no, and now you need to turn this around and get the yes? You'll go in psychically. I have a reputation for defiance and tenacity where I just refuse to give up. So if it makes me look bad and I've got loads of no's, then so be it. I'm sticking with the spirit world, never going in psychically. So the viewer asked, at what point do we question this? And for me, it's at every point, every step of the way. We are checking what should and shouldn't be said. So we don't be vetting the information. If they want to talk about any subject, I can't then take it upon me to sort of say it or not say it. It's how we present that information that's going to make all the difference. Like that information where I felt the lady wasn't quite right and needed a little bit of fitness in her world, I presented it in a way of, if you're not feeling so great, maybe book an appointment for the doctor. The doctor will be able to help you much better than a medium or a psychic can. I presented it in a way that she's then gone away and thought, you know what, I'm not feeling well, I am going to book an appointment, and just in this example, it saved her life. So be mindful of everything that goes through your mind and comes out. And maybe there's going to have to be videos on the responsibility of mediumship at some point, because as you can imagine now, if you've got this far in a video, just how much responsibility goes with being a medium publicly or in the working station of a one-to-one. So I think that covers it in the simplest of terms. I will try and get a couple more done. I'm just about to fly out the door for a fishing session. try and catch this elusive one that's avoiding me. Then I come home and then I jump on a plane and I go to Geneva for a seminar stroke workshop stroke demonstration out there for a few days. So I will try and get another one uploaded. Also, there is a Patreon being set up, so a Patreon is something that can help the channel, where the supporters of the channel can donate or have like a monthly subscription for behind the scenes or more in-depth videos on tutorials, etc, etc. I am planning on running that shortly. The page is set up, so any more interest in that, drop it in the comments and I will give you more information from there. But for now, that's it on the ethics, and I'm sure you agree this ethic banner of mediumship can run over maybe 50 videos, so it'll have to be in snippets. Any comments? Leave them in the comment box. If you haven't subscribed already, think about clicking that subscribe button, and for any notifications you're going to have to click that bell. So until next time, thanks for watching, see you then.